steroid injections are highly effective for cystic acne. Preparation is important. Before applying any spot treatment, cleanse the area thoroughly to remove makeup, dirt, and oil. Pat the area dry completely. Applying spot treatments to damp skin reduces effectiveness and increases irritation. Wait a full 2 to 3 minutes after cleansing to ensure complete dryness. When applying spot treatment, use a clean applicator. Never apply with your finger as this spreads bacteria. Cotton swabs, disposable applicators, or sterile tools are appropriate. Apply a small amount directly to the pimple, covering just the lesion itself and a tiny bit of surrounding skin. Using too much spot treatment wastes product and irritates surrounding healthy skin. Spot treatment frequency depends on the product and your skin's tolerance. Salicylic acid spot treatments can typically be used twice daily, morning and evening, if your skin tolerates it. Benzoyl peroxide spot treatments should typically be used once daily initially, preferably at night, then increase to twice daily if your skin adapts well. Some very potent spot treatments are meant to be used only once or twice weekly. The less is more principle applies to spot treatments. Using more frequent applications or larger amounts doesn't accelerate healing. It only increases irritation and dryness. Consistent, moderate use is more effective than aggressive over-application. Never pick, squeeze, or extract pimples yourself unless absolutely necessary. Squeezing ruptures the follicle wall, pushing bacteria, sebum, and dead skin cells deeper into the skin. This spreads the pimple, increases inflammation, and significantly increases scarring risk. Additionally, using your fingers spreads bacteria to other areas of your face, causing more pimples. If a pimple has a visible white center and you feel you must extract it, use a professional extraction tool or, ideally, have a dermatologist perform professional extraction. If you do extract a pimple, do so properly. First, apply a warm compress for 10 minutes to soften the plug and open the pore. Use a sterile lancet or extraction tool, available at pharmacies or dermatology offices, to make a tiny puncture or use an extraction loop to gently apply pressure around the pimple. Never use fingernails. After extracting, immediately apply an antiseptic and then an acne treatment. This approach minimizes the damage compared to aggressive squeezing. Acne patches are an excellent spot treatment innovation. These hydrocolloid bandages, infused with acne-fighting ingredients like salicylic acid, are applied over pimples. They absorb pus and oil from the pimple while protecting it from external bacteria and irritation. Acne patches work best on surface pimples with visible centers rather than deep cystic acne. They're typically left on for 6 to 8 hours or overnight, providing results within 6 to 8 hours to overnight for responsive pimples. Many people use acne patches under makeup during the day or overnight. They're convenient, visible results-oriented, and non-irritating. Pimple patches containing active ingredients like salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, or tea tree oil are superior to regular hydrocolloid bandages. However, regular hydrocolloid bandages provide some benefit through moisture management and protection even without active ingredients. Spot treatment serums and gels remain on your skin, typically used twice daily. Apply after cleansing and before moisturizer. Common spot treatment actives include benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, azelaic acid, and sulfur. Choose based on your pimple type, inflammatory acne responds better to benzoyl peroxide, comedonal acne to salicylic acid. For very aggressive spot treatment, some dermatologists recommend combining low concentrations of different actives, perhaps a small amount of salicylic acid followed by a small amount of benzoyl peroxide on the same pimple. However, this should only be done if your skin tolerates it well and should be used sparingly. For most people, one spot treatment at a time is appropriate. Sulfur spot treatments are often overlooked but can be highly effective, particularly for inflammatory acne and sensitive skin. Sulfur has been used in dermatology for over a century and has proven antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. Some people find sulfur more tolerable than benzoyl peroxide or salicylic acid. Intralesional steroid injections administered by dermatologists are the gold standard for large, painful cystic acne. A small amount of steroid is injected directly into the cyst, causing it to deflate and heal within days. This prevents the cyst from persisting for weeks or months and significantly reduces scarring risk. If you have large cystic acne, ask your dermatologist about this option. Common mistakes with spot treatments include starting with too strong products, using them too frequently, using too much product, expecting overnight complete resolution, or abandoning consistency after just a few days. Spot treatment works best with realistic expectations. A moderate pimple treated consistently for 3 to 5 days should flatten and improve noticeably. Large cystic pimples take longer and may require professional intervention. Guide 10. Strategic moisturizing for acne-prone skin, hydration without triggering breakouts. One of the most common and damaging myths about acne is that people with acne shouldn't use moisturizer. This myth causes countless people to have dry, irritated, sensitive skin that's actually more prone to acne. Proper moisturizing is absolutely essential for acne-prone skin, and understanding how to moisturize without clogging pores is critical. The reality is that acne-prone skin, especially if you're using acne treatments, desperately needs moisturizer. Here's why. When your skin is dehydrated, it compensates by producing more sebum. This excess sebum actually worsens acne. Additionally, most acne treatments, salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, retinoids, cause dryness and irritation. Using moisturizer counteracts these side effects, allowing you to continue treatments without excessive discomfort. Finally, properly hydrated skin has a stronger barrier function, which improves overall skin health and actually reduces acne. The key to moisturizing acne-prone skin is selecting appropriate products. Look for moisturizers specifically formulated as non-comedogenic, meaning they don't clog pores or trigger acne. The ingredients matter significantly. Lightweight hydrating ingredients like hyaluronic acid, glycerin, and humectants hydrate without being occlusive or pore clogging. Niacinamide hydrates while also having acne-fighting properties. Centella asiatica, SICA, soothes irritation and supports skin barrier function. Ceramides strengthen your skin barrier, which is particularly important when using strong acne treatments. Avoid heavy oils and butters if you have acne-prone skin. Coconut oil, shea butter, and petroleum jelly can clog pores in susceptible individuals. However, some facial oils specifically designed for acne-prone skin can be beneficial. Jojoba oil, squalane oil, and rosehip seed oil are lightweight and non-comedogenic for most people. If you choose to use facial oil, use sparingly, just a few drops mixed into your moisturizer or applied as the last step of your routine. Texture matters when choosing a moisturizer for acne-prone skin. Lightweight gels absorb quickly and won't leave your skin feeling greasy. Hydrating lotions provide more hydration than gels while still being lightweight. Creams are heavier but may be necessary during winter or if your skin is severely dry from acne treatments. Everyone's needs are different. Experiment to find what works for you. Application technique is important. Apply moisturizer to slightly damp skin immediately after cleansing or applying treatments. This allows the moisturizer to lock in hydration from the water on your skin. Use about a quarter-sized amount for your entire face. Warm it between your palms, then gently press it into your skin using your fingertips. Don't rub or massage aggressively, as this can irritate acne lesions. Daytime and nighttime moisturizing might differ. During the day, use a lightweight gel or lotion moisturizer that won't make your skin feel greasy under makeup or throughout the day. Many people use a sunscreen as their daytime moisturizer since sunscreen provides hydration and protection simultaneously. At night, you can use a slightly richer moisturizer if desired, though many people use the same moisturizer day and night. If your skin is very dry from acne treatments, you might use the layering or sandwich method. Apply your treatment, retinoid, benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, wait 20 minutes, apply moisturizer, wait a few minutes, then apply another thin layer of moisturizer. This significantly reduces irritation and dryness while maintaining treatment efficacy. In winter or dry climates, increase moisturizing frequency or richness. You might apply moisturizer twice daily or use a richer nighttime formula. Some people add a facial oil, just a few drops, over their moisturizer for extra hydration during very dry periods. In summer or humid climates, you might reduce moisturizer richness, using only a lightweight gel. If your skin is extremely oily and acne-prone, you might feel you don't need moisturizer. However, most very oily skin is actually dehydrated. The skin is overproducing oil to compensate for internal dehydration. Using a lightweight hydrating moisturizer often actually reduces oil production by satisfying your skin's hydration needs. Sunscreen functions as both protection and moisturizer. Many quality sunscreens for daily use include hydrating ingredients. Use a sunscreen as your daytime moisturizer, applying it after your morning skincare routine and before makeup. Reapply every 2 hours if you'll be in the sun, or use a sunscreen powder for convenient reapplication over makeup. Hydrating masks once or twice weekly provide intense hydration supplementing your regular moisturizer. Sheet masks or cream masks with hydrating ingredients like hyaluronic acid, glycerin, or honey can be applied for 10 to 20 minutes, then removed. This boosts hydration without requiring daily changes to your routine. It's possible to over-moisturize. Applying excessive amounts or using too rich formulas can clog pores and worsen acne. Use appropriate amounts, about quarter-sized for your face.
Article 2. How to remove blackheads and shrink pores naturally. 1. Understanding what blackheads really are. Blackheads, also known as open comedones, are one of the most common and stubborn forms of acne. They form when a pore becomes clogged with oil, sebum, and dead skin cells. Unlike whiteheads, the top of the pore remains open, allowing air to oxidize the trapped material and turn it black. They often appear in the T-zone, nose, forehead, chin, because those areas contain more sebaceous glands. While they may look small, untreated blackheads can expand pores, create dull texture, and lead to deeper breakouts. Point 2. Why do blackheads form? There's no single cause, but several key triggers combine: excess sebum production, often hormonal or genetic; dead skin accumulation, when skin doesn't shed efficiently; improper cleansing, especially heavy makeup or sunscreen residue; humidity and pollution, clog pores faster; use of comedogenic products, oils or silicones that trap debris. Understanding your triggers allows you to create an effective plan instead of using harsh or random treatments. Point 3. The myth of dirty skin. One of the biggest misconceptions is that blackheads are caused by poor hygiene. In truth, they have nothing to do with dirt. Over-cleansing or scrubbing aggressively will only irritate the skin and cause rebound oiliness. A balanced routine, not extreme cleansing, is what clears pores effectively. Point 4. Step 1. Steam to soften and open pores. Steaming is one of the most relaxing and effective first steps. How to do it? Boil water and pour into a large bowl. Add 2 to 3 drops of tea tree, eucalyptus, or chamomile oil. Place a towel over your head and lean 15 to 20 centimeters away for 5 to 7 minutes. Gently pat dry. The steam helps soften keratin plugs and improves absorption of later treatments. Point 5. Step 2. Exfoliate smartly, chemical, not physical. Instead of scrubbing with rough beads that can create microtears, use chemical exfoliants that work deep within pores. _BHA, salicylic acid oil soluble, penetrates deep into pores. Breaks down sebum. _AHA, glycolic/lactic acid water soluble, removes surface buildup and brightens. Use 2 to 3 times per week. Start slow, 0.5 to 1% BHA or 5% AHA, and always moisturize after. Point 6. Step 3. Clay masks for detox and balance. Clay masks draw out impurities and excess oil. Top types: kaolin clay, gentle, suitable for sensitive skin; bentonite clay, strong oil absorption for very oily skin; charcoal masks, absorb toxins and pollution. Apply once or twice a week after cleansing and exfoliating. Leave for 10 to 15 minutes and rinse with lukewarm water. Point 7. Step 4. Retinoids for long-term pore refinement. Retinoids are vitamin A derivatives that normalize cell turnover and prevent future clogging. Over time, they also make pores appear smaller. Options include adapalene 0.1%, different mild, over-the-counter; tretinoin, retin-A prescription, highly effective. Start with small amounts, pea-sized, 2 to 3 nights per week, followed by a hydrating moisturizer. Point 8. Step 5. Pore minimizing and balancing ingredients. While pores can't close, you can reduce their visibility by strengthening surrounding tissue. Look for niacinamide, vitamin B3 reduces oil production, tightens skin; witch hazel, mild astringent effect; zinc PCA, regulates sebum; green tea extract, antioxidant that calms redness. Point 9. Step 6. Hydration is essential. Dehydrated skin produces more oil to compensate. Choose a lightweight, oil-free moisturizer with hyaluronic acid or ceramides. Hydrated skin equals fewer blockages. Point 10. Step 7. Always wear sunscreen. UV rays thicken dead skin and enlarge pores. Use a broad-spectrum SPF 30+ daily. Mineral sunscreens, zinc oxide, titanium dioxide, work best for acne-prone skin. Point 11. Step 8. Don't pick or squeeze. Manual extraction can lead to scars, enlarged pores, or infections. If necessary, get professional extraction at a dermatology clinic where tools are sterilized and controlled. Point 12. Natural remedies that help, and those that don't. Some natural ingredients truly support blackhead treatment. White heavy checkmark honey and cinnamon, antibacterial and soothing. White heavy checkmark aloe vera, anti-inflammatory, helps healing. Prohibited. Avoid toothpaste or lemon juice. They irritate skin and damage barrier. Point 13. Diet and lifestyle tips. Skin health starts from within. Cut down on dairy and sugary foods. Increase insulin. More oil. Drink green tea daily. Antioxidants. Get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Manage stress. Cortisol imbalance worsens oil production. Your skin often mirrors your overall well-being. Point 14. Weekly deep clean routine. Example: Monday, cleanse plus BHA toner; Wednesday, steam plus clay mask; Friday, gentle AHA exfoliation; Sunday, retinoid plus hydrating serum. Keep consistent. Results build week by week. Point 15. Professional treatments for stubborn blackheads. If home care isn't enough, dermatologists can help with hydrofacial. Uses vacuum extraction and hydration infusion. Microdermabrasion. Exfoliates dead cells with microcrystals. Chemical peels. Glycolic/salicylic-based peels resurface skin. Laser therapy reduces oil glands and tightens skin texture. 16. Mistakes to avoid: overwashing skin more than twice daily, using alcohol-based toners, layering too many active ingredients together, skipping moisturizer, expecting instant results. 17. The pore shrinking truth: pores have no muscles to open or close, but clean pores always look smaller. The illusion of tight pores comes from healthy barrier, low oil, and even skin tone. 18. Example routine: AM/PM. Morning. Gentle cleanser, niacinamide serum moisturizer sunscreen. Night. Oil cleanser water cleanser BHA toner retinoid. Every other night. Moisturizer. 19. Emotional aspect: confidence through clarity. Clear skin is not just aesthetic, it restores confidence. Taking care of blackheads patiently builds discipline and self-respect. Every consistent week brings smoother texture and brighter tone. 20. The 6-week transformation plan: follow this structured path. Week 1 to 2, detox and adjust to actives. Week 3 to 4, steady exfoliation plus pore tightening. Week 5 to 6, visible smoothness, less congestion. Document progress with weekly photos. You'll be amazed by the change. Article 1. The Ultimate Guide to Treating Acne and Achieving Clear, Healthy Skin. 1. Understanding what acne really is. Acne is not simply dirty skin, it's an inflammatory disorder of the sebaceous, oil, glands, and hair follicles. When excess sebum mixes with dead skin cells and bacteria, especially Cutibacterium acnes, pores become clogged, leading to blackheads, whiteheads, and pimples. Hormonal changes, stress, diet, and genetics all play roles in how severe acne becomes. 2. Different types of acne: comedonal acne, blackheads and whiteheads caused by clogged pores; inflammatory acne, red bumps and pustules when bacteria trigger inflammation; cystic acne, deep, painful nodules under the skin, the most severe form. Understanding which type you have helps determine the correct treatment plan. 3. The foundation: gentle cleansing. Cleansing twice a day is essential, once in the morning, once before bed. Use a mild, non-comedogenic cleanser that does not strip the skin's natural moisture barrier. Overwashing or scrubbing harshly triggers more oil production and irritation. Recommended ingredients: salicylic acid, BHA exfoliates inside pores, dissolving excess oil; benzoyl peroxide kills acne-causing bacteria and reduces inflammation; green tea or aloe vera extracts soothe redness and calm sensitive skin. 4. Exfoliation: the secret to clear pores: exfoliate 2 to 3 times per week with chemical exfoliants like AHAs, glycolic acid, lactic acid, or BHAs, salicylic acid. Avoid physical scrubs with rough particles that can create microtears. Proper exfoliation removes dead cells, allowing treatments and moisturizers to penetrate more effectively. 5. Moisturizing is not optional. Even oily or acne-prone skin needs hydration. When the skin barrier dries out, oil glands overcompensate, worsening breakouts. Look for lightweight gel or lotion-based moisturizers. Labels such as oil-free, non-comedogenic, and fragrance-free ingredients like hyaluronic acid and ceramides help maintain barrier strength. 6. Sun protection: sunscreen is often neglected, yet it's one of the most powerful tools against acne, scarring, and premature aging. UV rays worsen hyperpigmentation and slow healing. Choose broad-spectrum SPF 30 or higher oil-free mineral formulas, zinc oxide/titanium dioxide. Apply every morning and reapply every 2 to 3 hours outdoors. 7. Spot treatments that actually work: when a pimple appears, resist the urge to pop it. Instead, apply a targeted treatment: 2.5% benzoyl peroxide gel for bacteria and swelling, 2% salicylic acid to clear the pore, sulfur masks for reducing oil, and redness; hydrocolloid patches overnight to absorb pus and protect the wound. 8. Managing hormonal acne: adult women often struggle with jawline or chin breakouts due to fluctuating estrogen and progesterone. Helpful strategies: track your cycle to anticipate flare-ups. Discuss birth control pills or spironolactone with a dermatologist. Both regulate hormonal oil production. Reduce high glycemic foods that spike insulin, which indirectly increases sebum output. 9. Nutrition and lifestyle factors: diet doesn't cause acne directly, but strongly influences inflammation and hormone balance. Tips: limit dairy and refined sugars. Both may trigger acne in sensitive individuals. Eat plenty of omega-3 fatty acids, salmon, walnuts, flaxseed. Stay hydrated. Dehydration thickens sebum. Sleep 7 to 8 hours nightly and manage stress with exercise or meditation. Cortisol spikes can worsen breakouts. Point 10. Professional treatments. When over-the-counter options fail, dermatologists can tailor stronger therapies. Topical retinoids, adapalene, tretinoin speed cell turnover, unclog pores, fade scars. Antibiotics, clindamycin. Doxycycline short-term use to calm severe inflammation. Isotretinoin. Accutane for resistant cystic acne requires close monitoring but can permanently reduce oil production. Chemical peels or microneedling. Resurface skin texture and lighten scars. Point 11. Treating acne scars and pigmentation. Even after acne clears, lingering scars or dark spots remain. Options include niacinamide and vitamin C serums for brightening, retinoids to stimulate collagen repair, laser treatments, fractional CO2. IPL for deep scarring, consistent sunscreen use, UV exposure darkens scars. Point 12. Common mistakes to avoid over-cleansing or using alcohol-based toners. Strips barrier, causes rebound oil. Popping pimples drives bacteria deeper, leads to scars. Mixing too many actives, irritation and redness from ingredient conflicts. Skipping moisturizer, dehydration triggers more oil. Ignoring lifestyle stressors, chronic stress equals chronic acne. Point 13. Building a simple, sustainable routine. Morning, gentle cleanser treatment, salicylic acid or niacinamide, lightweight moisturizer sunscreen. Evening, makeup remover or gentle cleanser exfoliant, 2-3 times/week. Or retinoid moisturizer. Keep it simple. Consistency, complexity. Point 14. Acne across age groups. Teens, usually hormonal, excess oil. Focus on gentle cleansing plus BCH. Adults, often stress or hormone-driven. Focus on barrier repair plus anti-inflammatory care. Men, shaving irritation adds another layer. Use aloe-based aftershaves and clean razors. Women in menopause, dryness may dominate. Use richer moisturizers plus gentle retinoids. Point 15. Myths versus facts. Myth: reality. Acne comes from poor hygiene. It's primarily hormonal and genetic. Only teenagers get acne. Many adults, even in their 40s, struggle. Tanning clears acne. Sun damage worsens it. Long-term toothpaste heals pimples. It irritates and can burn skin. Natural equals safe. Essential oils may clog pores or cause allergies. 16. When to see a dermatologist. If acne causes scarring, pain, or emotional distress, seek professional help. Early treatment prevents permanent marks. Dermatologists can combine prescription medications with in-office therapies for faster, lasting results. Point 17. Special situations. Pregnancy, avoid retinoids and high-dose salicylic acid. Ask about azelaic acid or glycolic acid instead. Sensitive skin, use lower concentrations, e.g., 0.5% salicylic acid, and patch test new products. Athletes, shower immediately after sweating to prevent sweat acne. Folliculitis. Point 18. The emotional side of acne. Acne often lowers confidence, especially in social or professional settings. Remember that nearly everyone experiences skin issues. Focus on long-term care and emotional well-being. Therapy, mindfulness, or supportive communities can reduce stress-related breakouts. Point 19. Minimalism and consistency. The most effective skincare is the one you can stick to daily. Don't chase every viral product. Introduce one new item at a time, monitor results for 4 to 6 weeks, and avoid product hopping. Real transformation takes patience. Point 20. Long-term prevention. Once acne improves, maintain your skin with balanced diet and hydration, regular cleansing and sunscreen, occasional exfoliation, avoiding
particularly when combined with topical treatments and possibly birth control pills. Lifestyle factors significantly impact hormonal acne. Stress increases cortisol production, which increases androgen activity and sebum production. Implementing stress reduction techniques like meditation, yoga, regular exercise, and adequate sleep improves hormonal balance and acne. Regular aerobic exercise appears particularly beneficial for hormonal regulation. Diet influences hormonal acne through multiple mechanisms. High glycemic foods spike blood sugar and insulin, stimulating sebaceous gland activity and androgen production. Reducing refined carbohydrates and sugar while increasing complex carbohydrates, fiber, and whole foods helps regulate blood sugar and improve acne. Some research suggests dairy products, particularly skim milk, may trigger acne through hormonal pathways. Reducing dairy or switching to hormone-free milk might help if dairy appears to worsen your acne. Insulin resistance, common in women with PCOS, worsens hormonal acne. Reducing refined carbohydrates and sugar, eating regular meals with balanced macronutrients, and maintaining healthy body weight improves insulin sensitivity and can significantly reduce acne. Adding inositol supplementation may help with insulin resistance in some women. Discuss this with your healthcare provider. When to consider professional treatment for hormonal acne. If your acne is severe, widespread, or causes significant psychological distress, see a dermatologist and gynecologist together. If topical treatments haven't adequately controlled your acne after 3 months of consistent use, discuss systemic treatment options. If you suspect hormonal imbalances, irregular periods, excessive hair growth, fertility issues, see both specialists. Guide 8. Natural and evidence-based home remedies for mild to moderate acne. While prescription and over-the-counter acne treatments are scientifically validated and highly effective, several natural ingredients have research supporting their acne-fighting properties. These natural remedies can supplement professional treatments or be used alone for mild acne. Understanding which natural ingredients are evidence-based versus marketing hype is crucial. Tea tree oil is one of the most researched natural acne remedies. Multiple studies demonstrate its antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. Tea tree oil kills acne-causing bacteria and reduces inflammation associated with pimples. However, undiluted tea tree oil is irritating and can cause contact dermatitis, redness, and dryness. Always dilute tea tree oil with a carrier oil like coconut oil, jojoba oil, or argan oil before applying to skin. A typical dilution is 5 to 10% tea tree oil mixed with carrier oil. Apply this diluted mixture as a spot treatment to individual pimples using a cotton swab. Don't apply to your entire face, as this may be overly drying. Aloe vera has well-documented anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. Pure aloe vera gel, applied directly from the leaf or as a pure gel product, soothes inflamed acne, reduces redness, and promotes healing. Aloe vera doesn't have the side effects associated with many acne treatments. It won't dry your skin excessively or cause irritation. Apply pure aloe vera gel as a spot treatment or all over your face as a lightweight moisturizer. Most people tolerate aloe vera well, though some experience mild irritation. If you're allergic to plants in the Liliaceae family, lilies, onions, garlic, you might react to aloe. Honey, particularly raw and manuka honey, has antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, and healing properties. Raw honey contains enzymes and compounds that fight bacteria and reduce inflammation. It's gentle and suitable even for sensitive skin. Apply raw honey as an occasional face mask. Mix a small amount with water to create a spreadable consistency. Apply to clean skin for 10 to 15 minutes, then rinse with lukewarm water. You can do this 1 to 2 times weekly. Some people apply honey directly to pimples as a spot treatment. Honey is gentle, affordable, and many people find it effective for mild acne. Green tea contains powerful antioxidants called catechins that have antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and sebum-reducing properties. Studies demonstrate that topical green tea application reduces acne severity. Brew strong green tea, allow it to cool completely, and use it as a rinse after cleansing, as a toner, or apply it to your face with a cotton pad. Alternatively, use a face mask or moisturizer containing green tea extract. Many commercial skincare products now include green tea for its antioxidant benefits. Most people tolerate green tea topically well, though those with sensitive skin might experience mild dryness. Zinc supplements taken orally may reduce acne severity, particularly in people who are zinc deficient. Zinc plays roles in immune function, wound healing, and anti-inflammatory processes. Studies show mixed results, but some demonstrate zinc supplementation improves acne, particularly in conjunction with other treatments. Typical zinc supplementation for acne is 25 to 50 mg daily. However, excessive zinc supplementation can cause nausea and copper deficiency, so don't exceed recommended doses without medical guidance. Consult your doctor before starting zinc supplements, particularly if you take other medications. Niacinamide, vitamin B3, is a natural compound with antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and sebum-regulating properties. While available in supplements, topical niacinamide is more relevant for acne. Many skincare products now include 4 to 5% niacinamide. Studies demonstrate that niacinamide reduces sebum production and acne lesions with minimal irritation. It's suitable even for very sensitive skin and works well alongside other treatments. Azelaic acid, a naturally occurring compound found in grains like barley and rye, has proven antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. It's more commonly available as a prescription medication, Azelaic, Phenacea, or in over-the-counter products, but azelaic acid is naturally derived. It's particularly effective for post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation and rosacea-related acne. Dietary changes based on research can improve acne. Eating antioxidant-rich foods like berries, dark chocolate, and colorful vegetables reduces inflammation throughout your body, including your skin. Omega-3 fatty acids from fish, walnuts, and ground flax seeds have anti-inflammatory effects and may reduce acne. Increasing fiber intake through whole grains and vegetables improves digestion and may improve skin. Reducing sugar and refined carbohydrates reduces blood sugar spikes that worsen acne. Hydration deserves special mention. Drinking adequate water, about 8 to 10 glasses daily, maintains skin hydration from within, supports detoxification, and promotes overall skin health. While water alone won't cure acne, adequate hydration is fundamental to clear skin. Sleep is profoundly important. During sleep, your body releases growth hormone and reduces cortisol, supporting skin repair and reducing inflammation. Poor sleep increases cortisol, promotes inflammation, and worsens acne. Consistently getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep significantly improves skin health and acne. Stress reduction through meditation, yoga, deep breathing, or regular exercise reduces cortisol and inflammation, directly improving acne. Chronic stress is a well-documented acne trigger. Even 10 to 15 minutes of daily meditation or yoga can measurably improve skin. Important limitations of natural remedies. Most natural remedies are suitable for mild acne only. If you have moderate to severe acne, particularly cystic acne, natural remedies are insufficient and you require professional treatment. Natural remedies work best alongside professional treatments, not as replacements. Natural doesn't automatically mean safe or effective. Many natural substances are irritating or ineffective for acne. Finally, natural remedies require consistent use for 4 to 8 weeks to demonstrate effectiveness. don't expect immediate results. Guide 9. Spot Treatment Mastery, Targeted Acne Lesion Treatment and Prevention. Spot treatments allow you to apply potent acne-fighting ingredients directly to individual pimples, minimizing exposure to surrounding healthy skin. Mastering spot treatment techniques accelerates healing and prevents scars. Understanding when and how to use different spot treatments is essential for optimal results. Timing is everything with spot treatments. The most effective time to treat a pimple is at the earliest sign of its formation. Many people feel a small bump developing under their skin 1 to 2 days before it becomes visible. Applying spot treatment immediately when you feel this early bump can prevent it from fully developing. If you notice a pimple just starting to form, small, red, not yet inflamed, beginning treatment immediately can prevent significant inflammation and reduce healing time by days. Different pimple types require different treatments. For small whiteheads or pimples with visible centers, spot treatments with salicylic acid effectively flatten the pimple and accelerate healing. Apply a salicylic acid spot treatment directly to the whitehead using a clean cotton swab or applicator. For closed comedones or small flesh-colored bumps, salicylic acid is also most effective. For inflammatory red pimples without visible centers, benzoyl peroxide is more effective than salicylic acid. For large, painful, deep cystic acne, neither topical spot treatment alone is sufficient. These require professional dermatologist intervention, intralesional.
Article 17. The Art of Consistency, How Daily Habits Transform Skin and Self-Esteem. Point 1. Why consistency matters more than any product. The world of skincare is filled with miracle claims, visible results in 7 days, instant glow. Yet the truth is less glamorous and far more empowering. What you do every day matters more than what you buy once. Consistency is the quiet engine behind every success story. Point 2. The rhythm of skin. Your skin is not static, it breathes in cycles. Every cell lives, dies, and renews within about a month. Oil fluctuates daily, hydration shifts hour to hour. When you synchronize care with this biological rhythm, healing becomes inevitable. Point 3. Habits are stories we tell our skin. Each repeated gesture, washing, moisturizing, protecting, teaches your skin what to expect. A steady routine tells it you are safe, you can heal. Chaos and inconsistency confuse the barrier, leading to flare-ups. Point 4. Why we quit before results arrive. Most people give up just as healing begins. The first weeks of any treatment can cause purging or minor irritation. Many interpret this as failure. Understanding biology prevents disappointment. Skin rebuilds slowly, like trust. Point 5. The psychology of consistency. Consistency is self-respect in motion. Every night you remove your makeup instead of collapsing into bed, you send your mind a message. I keep promises to myself. That trust radiates outward as confidence. Point 6. Morning rituals as anchors. Morning skincare isn't about vanity, it's a mental reset. Cleansing says, I'm starting fresh. Moisturizer says, I will protect myself. Sunscreen says, I respect my future. 3 simple sentences, spoken through action. Point 7. Night rituals as repair. Night care closes the loop. It's where regeneration happens, not just for skin but for the nervous system. The slow massage of cream, the quiet lighting, the smell of clean pillowcases signal to your body that it's safe to rest. Point 8. The compound interest of small acts. Just as one workout doesn't build strength, one serum doesn't change skin. But 300 gentle cleanses over a year rebuild a barrier that once was broken. Tiny acts compound like savings. Their value is time. Point 9. Tracking progress by feeling. Numbers and photos help, but true progress is felt. Notice if your skin stings less, if you touch your face with more care, if your sleep deepens. These invisible wins precede visible change. Point 10. Identity-based habits. When you decide, I am someone who never forgets sunscreen, your brain aligns behavior to belief. Habits rooted in identity outlast motivation. You don't fight willpower, you embody values. Point 11. Designing for success, make it easy to be consistent. Keep products visible and accessible. Simplify the number of steps. Prepare a travel kit. Remove friction between intention and action, and discipline feels like flow. Point 12. The role of environment. Your bathroom is more than a room. It's a behavioral cue. Soft lighting, organized shelves, and pleasant aroma invite routine. A messy counter whispers chaos. Create an environment that rewards care. Point 13. Consistency and hormone-stable habits stabilize biology. Regular sleep, hydration, and nutrition balance cortisol and insulin, which directly affect oil production. Consistency outside the bathroom matters as much as what you apply inside it. Point 14. The danger of perfectionism. All or nothing thinking kills progress. Missed a night? Continue tomorrow. Consistency is about returning, not never straying. Your skin forgives as quickly as you do. Point 15. Listening to feedback. Skin speaks through texture, tone, and comfort. Redness says slow down, flakiness says hydrate, dullness says rest. Responding wisely turns routine into relationship. Point 16. The neuroscience of habit. Each repetition carves a path in the brain. At first, effort feels heavy, later automatic. When you pair skincare with a reward, a song, a smell, a moment of praise, the brain tags it as pleasure, not chore. Point 17. Energy management over time management. Consistency requires energy, not hours. If you're exhausted, simplify rather than skip. A single cleansing wipe and a breath of gratitude keep momentum alive. Point 18. Community and accountability. Share your goals with a friend or online group. Accountability turns discipline into connection. When others cheer your progress, dopamine makes the habit stickier. Point 19. The plateau and the breakthrough. Every journey has a boring middle, the weeks when nothing seems to change. But beneath the surface, skin is reorganizing. Hold steady. Breakthroughs belong to those who endure the quiet phase. Point 20. Minimalism is mastery. Experts often return to basics: cleanser, moisturizer, sunscreen. Simplicity reduces decision fatigue and irritation. When you do less with care, results multiply. Point 21. Habit stacking in practice. Attach new actions to existing ones. Moisturizer after brushing teeth, lip balm before checking messages. Routines grow organically when they piggyback on old habits. Point 22. The nutrition connection. Every meal is a message to your skin. Antioxidants, omega-3 fats, and hydration fuel cell repair. Processed sugar and alcohol undo weeks of effort. Consistency in diet amplifies skincare's power. Point 23. Sleep, the silent step. Sleep is not a luxury, it's a treatment. During deep sleep, growth hormone repairs tissue and circulation improves. Regular sleep times create predictable healing windows. Point 24. Movement as skincare. Exercise oxygenates skin and moves lymph, reducing puffiness. You don't need intense workouts, a daily walk and stretch routine suffice. Consistency beats intensity again. Point 25. Emotional discipline. Emotional consistency matters too. Chronic anger or worry keeps skin in inflammation mode. Journaling, therapy, or mindful breathing lower cortisol, which acts like an internal serum. Point 26. The power of reflection. Every month, pause and observe. What worked? What felt forced? Reflection turns habit into wisdom. It's how you evolve from follower to author of your own routine. Point 27. Ritual as resilience. When life falls apart, ritual holds you together. Even washing your face can be a gesture of stability. The body remembers peace through repetition when the mind forgets. Point 28. Grace for setbacks. Breakouts and bad weeks will come. They don't erase progress. Self-blame adds inflammation. Grace is the most underrated skincare ingredient. Point 29. Consistency beyond skin. Once you master consistency in skincare, you realize it's transferable. The same discipline improves finances, fitness, relationships. Care is a universal language of stability. Point 30. The long view. 6 months from now, your skin will not remember the night you were tired. It will remember the 100 nights you showed up. Patience is visible. Consistency is confidence made tangible. Point 31. Closing reflection. Consistency is not glamorous. It's quiet, ordinary, and invisible, until one morning you catch your reflection and see clarity where chaos used to be. Then you understand, Discipline was never about restriction. It was a form of love. Article 18. The journey to healthy skin, learning patience, presence, and self-trust equals. There's a quiet truth that most people never tell you about skincare. Healing your skin is not a race, it's a relationship. And like all relationships, it needs time, communication, and forgiveness. In an age that measures progress by before and after photos, patience feels outdated, but patience is exactly what your skin has been waiting for. Every cell inside you works on its own rhythm. When you finally slow down enough to move at that rhythm, healing begins. Your skin is not a surface. It's an organ, the largest one you have, and it listens to your emotions more closely than you think. Every spike of stress, every restless night, every small moment of kindness changes it. The language of the skin is subtle: warmth, sensitivity, dryness, color, texture. These are not problems to fix, but signals to read. When you treat your skin like a conversation instead of a project, it starts to trust you again. We've been conditioned to believe that beauty means speed. Fast results, quick fixes, visible glow in 7 days. But the truth is that real skin healing never happens under pressure. Think of how a wound closes slowly, quietly, one layer at a time. If you pick at it, it scars. If you let it be, it rebuilds stronger than before. The same law applies to acne, sensitivity, hyperpigmentation, or aging. You can't rush biology. You can only cooperate with it. There's a difference between control and care. Control says, I need to fix this now. Care says, I'm here for as long as it takes. One creates anxiety, the other builds peace. When you start approaching skincare from a place of support instead of frustration, something beautiful happens. The skin softens, the jaw unclenches, breathing deepens. Healing stops being a goal and becomes a natural side effect of calm. Presence is another forgotten ingredient in skincare. Many people wash their face like they're late for something else. But when you pay attention, the temperature of the water, the weight of your hands, the rhythm of your breath, those 2 minutes of cleansing become meditation. You reconnect with your body through touch. You remind yourself that you exist beyond screens and schedules. This simple awareness nourishes your nervous system, and the nervous system, in turn, nourishes the skin. We often underestimate how much emotion the skin carries. Blushing, sweating, breaking out, paling, all of these are expressions of inner states. When you calm your thoughts, your skin literally changes color and tone. Stress hormones constrict blood vessels and suppress healing. Peace expands circulation and oxygen. So when someone says, you look radiant today, what they really mean is that your nervous system is finally exhaling. Patience in skincare is hard because we live surrounded by instant feedback. A message arrives in seconds, a meal in minutes, an image in milliseconds. But the body still moves at human speed. The skin takes weeks to respond to change, months to rebuild collagen, years to show the reward of steady care. Accepting that delay is not giving up, it's aligning yourself with the truth of time. Self-trust grows in the same way. You start with small promises. I'll cleanse gently tonight. You keep them. You add more. I'll wear sunscreen even when it's cloudy. Over time, those kept promises form evidence, proof that you can depend on yourself. And when you trust yourself, confidence becomes quiet and stable. You no longer panic over one breakout because you know you have the tools and the patience to handle it. Some people treat skincare like punishment. They attack the skin with acids, scrubs, and treatments until it's raw. But the body doesn't respond to punishment. It responds to safety. Your skin doesn't need more aggression. It needs gentleness repeated long enough to rebuild its sense of security. If you could translate biology into language, your skin would say, I'll open up when I feel safe again. The culture. Article 14. The Complete Guide to Sunscreen, Myths, Science, and Daily Protection. Point 1. The unseen enemy of skin health. Every second you spend under sunlight, invisible rays are interacting with your skin, building vitamin D, yes, but also breaking down collagen, mutating DNA, and accelerating aging. Sunlight is essential to life, but too much of it, especially without protection, slowly destroys the skin's structure. Sunscreen isn't vanity. It's your most important health habit after sleep and hydration. Point 2. Why sunscreen is non-negotiable. You can use the best serums, eat the cleanest diet, and sleep 8 hours a night, but if you skip sunscreen, your skin will still age faster. UV radiation is responsible for up to 80% of visible aging signs, wrinkles, spots, dullness, and loss of elasticity. Daily protection is not optional. It's the foundation upon which every skincare routine rests. Point 3. The two phases of UV, UVA, and UVB sunlight that reaches Earth includes two main types of ultraviolet rays. UVA penetrates deep into the dermis, causing long-term damage like wrinkles and sagging. It's present year-round, even on cloudy days or through glass. UVB affects the surface. It's what burns your skin and causes redness. A good sunscreen must protect against both. That's why you'll see the label broad spectrum. It means full coverage from UVA and UVB alike. Point 4. The third invisible threat, infrared and blue light. Modern research reveals that light from screens and indoor LEDs, called high-energy visible light or blue light, can also trigger pigmentation and oxidative stress, while its effect is smaller than UV. It still adds up over hours of exposure. Mineral sunscreens with iron oxides and antioxidants can help defend against this new-age radiation. Point 5. How sunscreen actually works. Sunscreens protect your skin by either absorbing or reflecting UV rays. Chemical filters absorb the radiation and convert it to harmless heat. Mineral filters reflect and scatter light like tiny mirrors. Many modern sunscreens combine both methods for optimal comfort and protection. Point 6. The difference between chemical and mineral sunscreen. Chemical sunscreens use ingredients like avobenzone, octocrylene, or homosalate. They are lightweight, transparent, and comfortable under makeup, but may irritate sensitive skin or sting eyes. Mineral sunscreens use zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. They're gentler and start protecting immediately, but can leave a white cast, especially on darker skin tones. Neither type is superior. The best one is the one you'll wear daily. Point 7. Common myths that refuse to die. Let's clear up some myths. Myth 1. You don't need sunscreen indoors. False. UVA passes through windows and blue light from screens adds cumulative stress. Myth 2. Dark skin doesn't need sunscreen. False. Melanin provides some protection, but not against aging or uneven tone. Myth 3. Sunscreen blocks vitamin D. Barely true. You still absorb vitamin D through unprotected areas or short sun exposure. The benefits of sunscreen far outweigh the tiny reduction. Myth 4. Sunscreen makes you break out. Only if the formula is comedogenic or too rich for your skin type. There are oil-free, acne-safe options for everyone. Point 8. Understanding SPF. The misunderstood number SPF stands for Sun Protection Factor and measures protection from UVB rays only, not UVA. SPF 15 blocks about 93% of UVB rays. SPF 30 blocks 97%, and SPF 50 blocks 98%. Higher numbers give slightly more protection, but not dramatically. What matters more is proper application and reapplication, not chasing SPF 100.9. How much sunscreen you actually need. Most people apply only half of what's necessary. The correct amount for your face and neck is about 1 teaspoon or 2 full finger lengths. For your entire body, use roughly 1 shot glass, about 30 milliliters. If you're outdoors for more than 2 hours, reapply every 2 hours, and immediately after swimming or sweating. Point 10. Why reapplication is crucial. Sunscreen ingredients degrade under sunlight, sweat, and friction. If you apply only once in the morning, by lunchtime your protection has dropped significantly. Reapply every 2 hours outdoors, or once midday if you're indoors under bright light. There are sunscreen powders and sprays to make this easier without disturbing makeup. Point 11. The importance of morning application. UV exposure begins the moment the sun rises, not at noon. Apply sunscreen as the last step of your morning skincare, at least 15 minutes before stepping outside. This allows chemical filters to bind properly to your skin and ensures even coverage. Point 12. What happens when you skip sunscreen? Skipping sunscreen doesn't hurt immediately, but over time, damage accumulates silently. Collagen breaks down, DNA mutates, and pigmentation becomes uneven. Decades later, you see sagging, dark spots, and wrinkles that no cream can reverse. Sunscreen is prevention, and prevention is easier than correction. Point 13. Sunscreen and acne-prone skin. People with acne often fear sunscreen will clog pores. The trick is choosing oil-free, non-comedogenic formulas labeled for acne-prone skin. Look for ingredients like zinc oxide, which also soothes inflammation. Avoid rich creams and heavy silicones. Gel-based or fluid sunscreens absorb fast, leaving no residue, perfect for oily skin types. 14. Sunscreen and sensitive skin. If your skin stings or burns when applying sunscreen, you're likely reacting to chemical filters or fragrance. Switch to 100% mineral formulas with zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. They're gentler and double as physical barriers against pollution. Look for labels that say fragrance-free and for sensitive skin. 15. The role of antioxidants in sun defense. Even the best sunscreen blocks only about 98% of UV rays. The remaining 2% still causes oxidative stress. That's where antioxidants like vitamin C, green tea, and niacinamide come in. They neutralize free radicals and complement your sunscreen's protection. Think of antioxidants as sunscreen's bodyguards. 16. Makeup with SPF. Helpful but incomplete. Foundation or BB cream with SPF is not enough on its own. You would need 10 times more product than normal to get the labeled protection. Always use a dedicated sunscreen under makeup. Afterward, makeup with SPF is a nice bonus, but not a substitute. 17. Water resistance and sweat. Some sunscreens are labeled water resistant. This doesn't mean waterproof. It simply means they maintain their SPF for 40 to 80 minutes when exposed to water or sweat. If you're swimming or exercising outdoors, reapply as soon as you towel dry. Always err on the side of caution. No sunscreen lasts forever. 18. Sunscreen for different environments. If you're mostly indoors, a lightweight SPF 30 is enough. If you spend long hours outdoors, use SPF 50 or higher with broad spectrum coverage. At the beach or in high altitude, choose water-resistant formulas with antioxidants. Adapt your sunscreen like you adapt clothing, according to your environment. 19. The hidden areas most people miss. People commonly forget to apply sunscreen to the ears, neck, eyelids, lips, and hands. These areas age faster because of cumulative sun exposure. Use lip balms with SPF. And apply sunscreen behind the neck and on the tops of your feet if you wear sandals. 20. Sunscreen for hair and scalp. Your scalp can burn just like your skin. For thin hair or bald spots, use SPF sprays or wear a hat. Some hair products also include UV filters to protect color and reduce dryness. Healthy hair starts with a protected scalp. 21. Sunscreen and the planet. There's growing concern about certain chemical sunscreens affecting coral reefs. If you swim in the ocean, choose reef-safe formulas that exclude oxybenzone and octinoxate. Mineral sunscreens are generally more eco-friendly. Protecting your skin shouldn't harm the planet that gives you sunlight. 22. Sunscreen for children. Children's skin is thinner and more sensitive. For babies under 6 months, shade and clothing are safer than sunscreen. For older kids, use mineral-based SPF 30 or higher and reapply often. Make sunscreen part of their daily routine early. Habits formed young last for life. Article 15. The Psychology of Skincare. How Self-Care Heals More Than Skin. 1. When skincare becomes something deeper. Skincare is often treated as vanity, a surface-level routine of bottles and creams. But for many people, it's something far more meaningful. It's a moment of silence in a noisy world, a private ritual that says, I'm worth taking care of. Behind every gentle cleanse or layer of moisturizer lies something deeply human, the need to nurture, to restore, to reconnect with oneself. 2. The mirror and the mind. The mirror can be a source of confidence or anxiety. On good days, we see light and vitality. On bad days, we focus on flaws. But the mirror is neutral. It reflects not just the skin, but our mood. Learning to look at yourself without judgment is a skill. When you replace criticism with curiosity, your reflection becomes less about perfection and more about presence. 3. The brain-skin connection. Science now proves what ancient wisdom always sensed: our skin and mind constantly communicate. Stress triggers cortisol. Cortisol inflames oil glands, Inflammation causes acne or eczema flares. In reverse, soothing your mind through breathing, gratitude, or music calms your skin's response. Emotional balance literally changes biology. Point 4. Why stress shows on your face late nights. Tension and worry constrict blood flow, dulling the complexion. Muscles tighten, micro-expressions freeze, and skin loses glow. Skincare is not a cure-all, but it's a visible marker of how you're living. Each fine line and breakout is a message, not a failure. Point 5. Ritual versus routine. A routine is something you have to do. A ritual is something you choose to do with intention. When cleansing your face becomes a small act of care, not a chore, it transforms from hygiene to healing. The difference is presence. Point 6. The science of touch. Touch releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. When you gently massage your cleanser or moisturizer, you're sending safety signals to your brain. You lower heart rate and reduce stress hormones. It's not indulgence, it's regulation. Point 7. Why self-care feels guilt-free when understood. Many people feel guilty spending time on themselves. Yet caring for your skin isn't selfish, it's maintenance for the mind. The few minutes you invest morning and night improve patience, focus, and resilience. Healthy self-regard radiates into how you treat others. Point 8. The illusion of perfect skin. Social media sells impossible standards, poreless glass skin, eternal youth. Real skin has texture, scars, and changing tones. Accepting that doesn't mean giving up, it means aligning with truth. Confidence is built not on flawlessness, but on authenticity. Point 9. The cycle of shame and overcorrection. Many people enter a loop. Insecurity, product overload, irritation, more insecurity. Minimalism and mindfulness break this loop. The calmer your approach, the more your skin cooperates. Healing skin starts with healing expectation. Point 10. Skincare as meditation. Each step can become mindfulness practice, feeling water on your hands, sensing textures, inhaling soft scents, breathing deeply. Point 5. Calm minutes can ground your nervous system better than scrolling through stress. Point. Identical complexions, but entirely different experiences. One sees flaws, the other sees life. Your inner dialogue colors perception. Self-criticism tightens facial muscles, restricts blood flow, and literally dims expression. Self-acceptance relaxes those muscles and invites light to dance again. Confidence is circulation. Emotions even dictate how skincare products perform. Under stress, the skin's pH rises, reducing absorption. Calm skin absorbs active ingredients more effectively. That's why routines done mindfully, slowly, kindly, often seem to work better. The difference is not magic, it's physiology shaped by emotion. It's worth noting that positive emotions do not mean toxic positivity. Pretending to be fine when you're not only adds tension. Real peace comes from feeling what's true, then letting it move through you instead of getting trapped. Tears are skincare too. They flush stress hormones through saltwater. To nurture the skin, mind connection, build rituals that support both. Begin each morning not with scrolling, but with 3 deep breaths. Feel your feet, your heartbeat, the coolness of water on your face. Evening routines can become ceremonies of release, washing away the day's emotional residue. When you treat skincare as dialogue instead of duty, your hands become healers. Breathing through skincare is underrated science. Deep breathing increases carbon dioxide tolerance, improving oxygen delivery to tissue. That means better cell turnover and color. The glow you notice after meditation isn't imagination, it's chemistry. Nutrition is emotional, too. Comfort eating high-sugar foods spikes insulin, which increases oil production. Mindful eating, slowing down, savoring lowers stress hormones and stabilizes blood sugar. Your emotional relationship with food becomes a reflection of your emotional relationship with yourself. Social connection, creativity, and purpose all translate into visible vitality. When you're inspired, dopamine rises, energizing microcirculation. That's why passion projects make people look alive. It's not makeup, it's meaning. Point 1. Practical way to strengthen this link is gratitude. Before applying moisturizer, think of one thing your skin allowed you to experience today: the warmth of sunlight, the brush of fabric, the touch of a loved one. Gratitude shifts the nervous system toward safety, reducing the fight or flight state that drains the complexion. Sometimes, the skin expresses what words cannot. Trauma stored in the body can manifest as chronic rashes or sensitivity. Psychodermatology, an emerging field at the intersection of psychology and dermatology, now treats such conditions holistically. Therapy, mindfulness, and gentle skincare combined often succeed where medication alone fails. The mind must heal for the skin to follow. Learning to love your skin is learning to listen to yourself. Each flush, each blemish, each glow is communication. Instead of saying, "What's wrong with my face?" ask, "What is my body trying to tell me?" This question transforms frustration into curiosity. Curiosity is healing. There is an elegance in emotional honesty. When you allow sadness, your tears clear your eyes and your pores. When you allow laughter, circulation surges. When you allow rest, renewal begins. Article 21. The Ritual of Night. Why evening skincare heals your mind. Night has always been a language of healing. When the world goes quiet, when the noise of the day fades and the sky deepens into indigo, your body begins to remember itself. The pace slows, the heart steadies, and the mind finally has room to breathe. Evening is not just a time on the clock, it's a state of surrender. It's the body's invitation to let go, to rebuild, to forgive. And in that quiet space between exhaustion and sleep, your nightly skincare ritual becomes more than routine. It becomes an act of restoration for both skin and soul. We often underestimate the power of repetition. To cleanse your face every night may seem trivial, but it's a promise, a signal that despite everything that happened today, you are still worthy of care. The way you touch your face, the pace of your breath, the temperature of the water, all of it matters. The skin listens. The mind listens too. There is something ancient about washing your face at night. Water has always been a symbol of renewal. It erases the traces of what the day wrote upon you. Dust, sweat, makeup, pollution, emotion, they all dissolve under the steady rhythm of water and movement. In those few minutes, you perform one of humanity's oldest rituals, cleansing as rebirth. You're saying, without words, I release what no longer serves me. Science quietly supports this poetry. When the sun sets, the brain releases melatonin, preparing the body for rest. At the same time, skin temperature rises slightly, circulation increases, and cells begin repair work. During the day, your skin defends. At night, it heals. The rituals you do before sleep, cleansing, moisturizing, breathing, are not cosmetic acts. They are biological collaborations with time. The nervous system remembers touch. When your hands move gently across your skin, you stimulate mechanoreceptors that signal safety to the brain. The parasympathetic system responds by lowering heart rate and cortisol. Within moments, your inner chemistry shifts from fight or flight to rest and repair. The simple act of applying cream can calm your entire physiology if done with presence. Presence is the real luxury. Many people rush through their night routines as though it's one more chore between screens and sleep. But the difference between skincare and self-care is attention. When you give full awareness to your evening ritual, it transforms from duty to meditation. You reconnect with yourself not through thought, but through sensation, water flowing, breath steady, the scent of lotion blooming softly in the air. There's something deeply comforting about the dim light of a bathroom at night. The mirror reflects not performance, but reality. No harsh sunlight, no filters, no distractions, just you, raw and human. You see yourself not as an image to perfect, but as a person to nurture. The face staring back might look tired, maybe lined, maybe uneven, but it's also honest. That honesty is where healing begins. Each night, your skin carries the story of your day. It remembers laughter, stress, temperature, touch, even words. Emotions leave traces, invisible yet real. Cleansing becomes a kind of emotional detox, not erasing what happened, but washing away the tension attached to it. When you wipe away makeup, you wipe away rolls. When you rinse your face, you rinse off the residue of pretending. What remains is you, soft, unarmored, alive. Many people associate skincare with appearance, but nighttime skincare is about identity. It's the one time of day when you're not performing for anyone. You're not the worker, the parent, the partner, the friend. You are just the person who lives inside your skin. And that person deserves tenderness. Moisturizing at night is more than hydration. It's closure. The way you press cream into your cheeks is like sealing an envelope addressed to your future self. I took care of you tonight. Your morning face will read it as calmness, clarity, and light. Psychologically, rituals help regulate anxiety. The brain craves predictability, and repeated acts signal safety. When you perform the same gentle steps each evening, your body learns that the day is ending and it's safe to rest. Over time, this pattern conditions relaxation faster than medication. Some nights, you will feel too tired. Those are the most important nights to show up anyway. Not because your skin demands perfection, but because your heart needs consistency. Even a single splash of water and one deep breath can remind you that you're still here, still caring. The goal is not to be flawless, but to be faithful. The night is honest. It shows you the things daylight hides: fatigue, dehydration, emotion. But it also offers something daylight cannot: forgiveness. Under soft light, every imperfection softens. The harsh voice of self-critique quiets. Night doesn't judge, it listens. It holds space for your healing without rushing it. In biological terms, night is when growth hormone peaks. The body repairs microtears, rebuilds collagen, balances oil. The liver detoxifies. The skin barrier renews lipids. These aren't metaphors, they are real acts of recovery happening under your hands as you apply care. When you skip your routine, you interrupt this collaboration. When you keep it, you amplify it. Beyond biology, there's symbolism. The day is about performance, the night about truth. During the day, we wear faces, literal and metaphorical. At night, we take them off. Skincare becomes a ceremony of unmasking. That is why it feels intimate. You meet yourself again, without decoration, without audience. In that encounter, something shifts. The mirror becomes less an object of judgment and more a witness of kindness. Each gesture, cleansing, toning, moisturizing, becomes an offering. It's not vanity, it's reverence. You're honoring the body that carried you through another day. The mind heals when it feels seen. Your body is no different. When you pay attention to your skin with genuine care, you're telling it, I see you. I know you've worked hard today. That acknowledgement has power. It releases tension in muscles you didn't realize were clenched. It slows breathing. It resets chemistry. There's also something spiritual about caring for yourself in the dark. The quiet hum of night has always been sacred. Monks pray, artists create, mothers rock children to sleep. You, too, participate in that lineage of caretaking each time you tend to your skin. You don't need incense or chants. Your hands are enough. People often think of night skincare as indulgence, but indulgence is excess. This is balance. The outer gesture of cleansing mirrors the inner act of letting go. Every night you wash your face, you practice detachment from makeup, from stress, from perfection. You learn that beauty isn't something to chase, but something to uncover beneath the day's residue. Over time, the ritual of night becomes an anchor. No matter how unpredictable life becomes, you have this: water, touch, breath, stillness. It's the small island of peace you can return to every evening. And that consistency. Article 9. Adult acne in men and women. Different causes. Different solutions == 1. When acne doesn't end with teen years, acne is often thought of as a teenage problem, but millions of adults still battle breakouts well into their 30s, 40s, and even 50s. Adult acne feels different, slower to heal, more inflamed, and often concentrated along the jawline or cheeks. Understanding why adult acne happens and why it differs between men and women is the key to stopping it for good. Point 2. How adult acne differs from teen acne. Teenage acne usually comes from puberty's hormone surge and fast cell turnover. Adult acne develops from slower renewal, chronic stress, and hormonal fluctuations. In adults, the skin barrier is thinner, so inflammation lasts longer and leaves marks more easily. It's less about dirty skin and more about hormonal and lifestyle imbalance. Point 3. The 4 main drivers of adult acne. Adult acne forms when several factors combine. Overactive sebaceous glands produce too much oil. Dead skin cells clog pores. Bacteria, Cutibacterium acnes, multiply. Inflammation triggers swelling and redness. But the trigger behind those steps differs between men and women. Point 4. Why women experience hormonal fluctuations. Female skin responds to monthly shifts in estrogen and progesterone. Right before menstruation, estrogen drops and testosterone rises, stimulating oil glands. This is why many women get jawline or chin breakouts before their period. Pregnancy, postpartum changes, birth control pills, and menopause can all reshape this pattern. Point 5. Why men break out differently. Men produce steadier and higher levels of testosterone. That means their oil glands are larger and more active year-round. Shaving adds irritation and ingrown hairs, folliculitis. For men, acne usually appears on the forehead, back, and neck, areas with dense oil glands and friction from collars or helmets. Point 6. Stress, the hidden hormone cortisol, the stress hormone, spikes with emotional pressure, lack of sleep, and constant deadlines. It stimulates oil production and inflammation just like testosterone does. Many adults see flare-ups during work stress or family conflict. Managing stress is often the missing step in clear skin plans. Point 7. Diet and modern lifestyle triggers. Fast food, sugar drinks, and coffee may fuel breakouts by raising insulin and IGF-1 levels. These hormones increase sebum and cell growth inside pores. A diet rich in omega-3s, fiber, and low glycemic carbs can reduce this effect. Add greens and water. Cut sugar and dairy. It's simple but powerful. Point 8. Skincare mistakes. Adults often make. Many adults use harsh teen acne products long after puberty. High-strength benzoyl peroxide and alcohol-based cleansers dry the skin and prolong inflammation. Others swing the other way, heavy moisturizers and occlusive makeup that block pores. The goal is balance, gentle cleansing, lightweight hydration, and targeted actives. Point 9. The role of hormones in adult women. Besides the monthly cycle, conditions like PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome, can disrupt hormones. Too many androgens cause persistent jawline acne, thinning hair, and irregular periods. A doctor can test hormone levels and recommend treatments like spironolactone or birth control pills to regulate balance. Point 10. The role of hormones in adult men. Men rarely have cyclic fluctuations, but testosterone can still spike with gym supplements or anabolic steroids. That's why bodybuilder acne appears on chest and back. Balancing training with rest, hydration, and anti-inflammatory foods keeps the skin clear without sacrificing fitness. Point 11. Understanding barrier damage and inflammation. Adult skin is often weaker from years of sun exposure, pollution, and strong products. When the barrier is compromised, bacteria penetrate easily and cause deep inflammation. Repairing this barrier with ceramides, niacinamide, and gentle hydration is the foundation of any adult acne routine. Point 12. Building a balanced skincare routine. Morning, gentle cleanser, no sulfates, niacinamide or azelaic acid serum light moisturizer with ceramides mineral sunscreen SPF 30. Evening, oil-based cleanser to remove makeup and sunscreen salicylic acid toner 2 to 3 nights a week. Retinoid or adapalene barrier repair cream. Keep it consistent for at least 8 to 12 weeks to see stable results. Point 13. Targeted ingredients for adult acne. Niacinamide balances oil and reduces redness. Azelaic acid fades dark marks and kills bacteria. Salicylic acid cleans pores and exfoliates gently. Adapalene or tretinoin prevent clogs and stimulate collagen. Centella asiatica soothes sensitive skin. Point 14. Men's shaving and skincare tips. Men should shave after a warm shower when pores are soft. Use a sharp razor and shave in the direction of hair growth. Afterward, apply alcohol-free aftershave with aloe vera or witch hazel to calm skin. Replace blades regularly to prevent bacterial growth. Point 15. The impact of makeup on adult acne. Many women use makeup daily for confidence, but some formulas clog pores. Switch to non-comedogenic foundations and wash brushes weekly. Always double cleanse to remove every trace of product before bed. Point 16. The influence of sleep and circadian rhythm. Your skin follows a 24-hour rhythm. At night, it repairs and produces collagen. Sleeping less than 6 hours raises cortisol and reduces growth hormone, slowing healing. Aim for consistent sleep hours and avoid screens 1 hour before bed. Point 17. Stress management techniques. Acne thrives on stress. Daily micro practices help. 5-minute breathing breaks, short walks outside, or 10 minutes of stretching after work. These simple acts lower cortisol and improve circulation to the skin. 18. Professional treatments for stubborn adult acne. When topical care is not enough, dermatologists offer chemical peels with salicylic or glycolic acid to resurface pores, LED light therapy, blue kills bacteria, red calms inflammation. Microneedling to smooth post-acne texture, hormonal therapy for women with androgen imbalance. Always discuss goals and tolerance before starting any professional procedure. 19. Treating post-acne marks and scars. After breakouts heal, dark spots often linger. Use vitamin C, niacinamide, and SPF to fade them gradually. For indented scars, options include microneedling or laser therapy once acne is fully under control. 20. The emotional aspect of adult acne can feel deeply frustrating. You're expected to have it together, yet your skin tells a different story. Remember that it does not define you. Acne is a temporary expression of an internal imbalance. Patience and self-kindness heal faster than criticism. 21. Preventing relapse. Once your skin clears, keep it that way by maintaining healthy habits. Stay hydrated. Stick to a gentle routine. Clean your phone and pillowcases regularly. Manage stress and hormones. Consistency is your long-term medicine. 22. Long-term perspective. Clear skin as a lifestyle. Adult acne is not a punishment, but a signal. When you listen to your body and respect your skin's needs, clarity returns naturally. The goal isn't flawless skin overnight. It's balance, confidence, and self-awareness over time. Healing adult acne means healing your whole routine, from what you eat to how you breathe to how you sleep. Give your skin time, and it will thank you with lasting peace. Article 10. How to build a minimalist yet effective skincare routine. 1. The power of less. In a world overflowing with serums, toners, and trendy actives, it's easy to think that more products mean better skin. But the truth is the opposite. Your skin doesn't need everything, it needs balance. Minimalist skincare is not about neglect, it's about precision. It focuses on quality, consistency, and understanding your skin's needs. When you simplify, you give your skin room to breathe and heal naturally. 2. Why overcomplicated routines fail. Many people layer 8 to 10 products, hoping to accelerate results. Instead, they overload the skin, causing irritation, sensitivity, and barrier damage. When too many active ingredients compete, your skin becomes confused, inflamed, red, or flaky. A minimalist routine brings back order, ensuring every step has purpose. 3. Understanding what your skin actually needs. All skin types share 3 fundamental needs: cleansing, moisturizing, and protecting. Everything else, exfoliation, actives, treatments, are add-ons. Start with these 3 pillars before expanding. Once your foundation is solid, improvements come naturally. 4. Step 1. Know your skin type. Minimalism doesn't mean doing the same thing as everyone else. It means knowing what works for you. Oily skin needs balance, not stripping. Dry skin needs hydration and lipid support. Combination skin needs gentle dual care, oil control in the T-zone, nourishment on the cheeks. Sensitive skin needs calm and consistency. Above all, observing your skin for 1 week, how it reacts to climate, stress, and products, gives you the clearest direction. 5. Step 2. Simplify your routine. The minimalist routine has 3 steps in the morning and 3 steps at night. Morning: cleanse, moisturize, protect. Evening: cleanse, treat, repair. That's it. Simplicity keeps the barrier strong and minimizes the risk of reaction. 6. Cleansing, where everything begins. A good cleanser removes oil, pollution, and makeup without stripping natural moisture. Choose a gentle, pH-balanced formula, around 5.5. Avoid foaming cleansers with harsh sulfates or menthol. Massage gently for 60 seconds and rinse with lukewarm water. Cleansing should leave your skin soft, not tight. If you wear sunscreen or makeup, try double cleansing at night. An oil cleanser first, then a gentle water-based cleanser. This ensures deep cleaning without harsh friction. 7. Moisturizing, the universal step. Every skin type needs moisture. even oily skin. A proper moisturizer restores your skin barrier and prevents water loss. Look for key ingredients like hyaluronic acid, glycerin, ceramides, and squalane. If you're dry, go for cream textures. If you're oily, choose light gel moisturizers. Apply on damp skin to seal hydration better. 8. Sunscreen. The non-negotiable Shield sunscreen is your most powerful anti-aging and anti-acne product. UV radiation breaks collagen, worsens pigmentation, and delays healing. Use a broad-spectrum SPF 30 or higher, preferably mineral-based if you have sensitive skin. Apply every morning, even on cloudy days or indoors near windows. 9. Treat step. The optional middle ground. Once your basic 3 steps are consistent for at least 2 to 3 weeks, you can add a treatment step between cleansing and moisturizing. For oily or acne-prone skin, try salicylic acid or niacinamide. For dryness or dullness, add hyaluronic acid or lactic acid. Article 13. The truth about pores. Can you really shrink them? 1. Why pores fascinate and frustrate us. Everyone has pores, yet most people wish they didn't. We obsess over them in magnifying mirrors, wondering why they look so large, uneven, or dirty. Beauty advertisements promise to erase or shrink them overnight, feeding an illusion that perfect, poreless skin exists. The truth? Pores are not flaws, they're vital, functional openings that keep your skin alive. You can't erase them, but you can refine and balance them. Once you understand how pores actually work, you'll stop fighting them and start supporting them. 2. What pores really? Area pore is a small opening in your skin through which oil and sweat reach the surface. There are 2 main kinds: sweat pores, part of your sweat glands; sebaceous pores, connected to your oil glands and hair follicles. Each hair on your body grows from a follicle, and at the base of that follicle lies a sebaceous gland that produces sebum, your skin's natural moisturizer. The opening through which that sebum travels is the pore you see. 3. Why pores appear larger. Pores can't physically open or close like doors. Their size is genetically determined. What changes is how visible they are. When pores fill with oil, dead cells, or debris, they stretch and appear bigger. A buildup of sebum oxidizes at the surface, turning dark. That's the blackhead you notice. Enlarged pores are usually a reflection of skin texture, oil balance, and age, not cleanliness. 4. The myth of shrinking pores. No product can permanently change the size of a pore. You can't close them, tighten them forever, or make them disappear. What you can do is minimize their appearance by keeping them clean, hydrated, and surrounded by healthy collagen. Think of pores like the openings in fabric. When the fibers are strong and elastic, the holes look smaller. When the fabric stretches or weakens, they widen. 5. Genetics and skin type. Genetics play the largest role in pore size. People with oily or combination skin naturally have larger pores because they produce more sebum. Those with dry skin have smaller pores but may suffer from flaking and tightness. You can't change your genetics, but you can manage the conditions that make pores look worse: oil buildup, dehydration, and aging. 6. The role of collagen and aging. Collagen is the scaffolding that supports your skin. In youth, collagen keeps everything firm and lifted. As collagen declines with age, pores lose support and look more visible. That's why retinoids, vitamin C, and sunscreen, which protect and rebuild collagen, indirectly make pores look smaller over time. 7. Daily cleansing habits matter more than you think. Cleansing doesn't close pores, but it does prevent them from stretching. Wash your face twice daily with a mild, pH-balanced cleanser to remove oil and impurities. If you wear makeup or sunscreen, double cleanse at night. Start with an oil cleanser, then use a gentle water-based one. Avoid harsh scrubbing, friction inflames pores and worsens texture. Point 8. Exfoliation. The great refiner. Dead skin cells are like dust in your pores. Exfoliation clears them out before they settle. Chemical exfoliants such as salicylic acid, BHA, penetrate deep into oily pores, dissolving clogs from within. Alpha hydroxy acids, AHAs, like glycolic or lactic acid, polish the surface for a smoother look. Use exfoliants 2 or 3 times a week. Overdoing them can damage your barrier and enlarge pores further. Point 9. Steam and warm water. Temporary effects. Only steam opens pores visually, not physically. Heat softens oil plugs, making extraction easier, but once the skin cools, pores return to normal size. Steaming is useful before applying masks or doing extractions. Just don't overheat the skin or do it daily. A 5-minute warm compress once a week is plenty. Point 10. Cold water and ice. The short-term tightener. Splashing cold water or rubbing ice on the face constricts blood vessels and gives a temporary tightening sensation. It's refreshing but doesn't change pore size. However, it can reduce inflammation and make pores appear smaller for a few hours, a good pre-event trick, not a long-term cure. Point 11. Clay masks. Nature's vacuum cleaners. Clay masks, especially those made from kaolin or bentonite, absorb excess oil and impurities. Use once or twice weekly, leaving it on for no longer than 10 minutes. Overusing clay masks can dry the skin and paradoxically cause more oil production. Always follow with a hydrating serum or moisturizer afterward. Point 12. Retinoids. The real game changers. Retinoids are vitamin A derivatives that increase cell turnover and boost collagen by clearing dead cells and thickening the dermal layer. Retinoids reduce the appearance of pores from within. Start slowly, 2 nights a week, and moisturize generously. Over time, usually 12 weeks or more, your pores appear smoother, tighter, and less noticeable. Point 13. Niacinamide. The balancer. Niacinamide, or vitamin B3, is one of the most versatile ingredients for all skin types. It regulates oil production, strengthens the barrier, and brightens dullness. Regular use. 5 to 10% concentration helps balance sebum and refine texture, giving pores a soft focus look under light. Point 14. Sunscreen. The unsung hero of pore care. UV damage breaks down collagen, leading to sagging and enlarged pores. Wearing sunscreen daily protects your skin structure and prevents further enlargement. Look for lightweight, non-comedogenic formulas. They won't clog pores or feel greasy. Point 15. Hydration. The overlooked secret. Dehydrated skin exaggerates pores. When your skin lacks water, pores look more sunken and rough. Using hydrating serums with hyaluronic acid and glycerin plumps the surrounding tissue, softening the entire texture. Drink enough water, but remember, topical hydration matters. 2.16. Professional treatments that deliver. If home care isn't enough, dermatologists can offer advanced treatments. Chemical peels, laser resurfacing, and microneedling all stimulate collagen and refine texture. Microneedling creates microinjuries that trigger new collagen formation, tightening skin naturally. Laser treatments target oil glands and promote smoothness. These aren't overnight miracles, but consistent sessions yield visible refinement. Point 17. Why over-cleansing backfires. Many people with visible pores think the solution is to scrub harder. In reality, over-cleansing strips natural oils and triggers rebound sebum. The skin produces even more oil to compensate. Gentle cleansing twice daily is optimal. If your face feels squeaky or tight afterward, it's too harsh. 18. Common products that exaggerate pores. Heavy creams, silicones, and certain sunscreens can settle into pores, reflecting light in a way that highlights them. Switch to oil-free or gel-based formulas. Always remove makeup thoroughly before bed. Even the best routine fails if you sleep in foundation. 19. Makeup tricks for minimizing pores without hiding them. A smooth makeup base can visually blur pores. Use a water-based primer with dimethicone or niacinamide. Avoid thick mattifying products that dry your skin. They often crack and emphasize texture. Less coverage, more glow. When your skin reflects light evenly, pores fade into the background. 20. The emotional side of pore anxiety. Many people develop an unhealthy obsession with their pores, checking them under harsh lighting or magnifying mirrors. This magnifies imperfections that no one else notices. No camera, conversation, or friend sees your pores as closely as you do. Pore anxiety is often a symptom of perfectionism, not poor skin. Learning to accept normal skin texture is part of emotional skincare. It's freedom from unrealistic expectations. 21. Long-term pore health, the real routine for long-term refinement. Combine gentle daily habits with targeted actives. Morning, cleanser, niacinamide serum, moisturizer, sunscreen. Night, double cleanse, retinoid, lightweight hydration. Weekly, 1 clay mask, 1 chemical exfoliation. Over months, the transformation is subtle but profound. Smoother surface, balanced oil, calmer tone. Your pores haven't disappeared. They've simply learned harmony. 22. The deeper truth, pores as a sign of life. Pores are evidence that your skin is alive, breathing, and working as it should. Without them, you couldn't sweat, regulate temperature, or maintain moisture. Instead of erasing them, think of refining your relationship with them. The smoother and healthier your skin becomes, the less you notice them, and the more natural your beauty appears. True skincare maturity is realizing that healthy texture is more beautiful than fake perfection. Article 3. Hormonal acne and how to control it without harsh drugs. 1. What exactly is hormonal acne? Hormonal acne is one of the most misunderstood skin conditions. Unlike teenage acne caused mainly by puberty, hormonal acne is driven by fluctuations in hormones that regulate oil production and inflammation. It typically appears along the jawline, chin, and lower cheeks, often flaring up in cycles right before menstruation, during stressful periods, or due to lifestyle shifts such as lack of sleep. These breakouts are usually deep, painful, and cystic, not just surface pimples. They can take weeks to heal and often leave marks behind. Understanding what drives this process is the first step toward long-term control. 2. The hormones behind the problem. 3 main hormones influence acne. Androgens, like testosterone, stimulate sebaceous glands to produce more oil. Estrogen keeps sebum production in check, but fluctuates during the menstrual cycle. Cortisol, the stress hormone that increases inflammation and triggers breakouts. When these hormones are imbalanced, your oil glands go into overdrive, clogging pores and feeding acne-causing bacteria. 3. Common signs of hormonal acne. You might have hormonal acne if breakouts appear on the lower face and neck, pimples worsen before your period, acne persists into adulthood, especially in women aged 25 to 40, pimples feel deep, painful, or cyst-like. Skin becomes oilier around the time of stress or poor sleep. Recognizing the pattern helps you adjust lifestyle and treatment effectively. 4. The root causes. More than just hormones. Hormones play the leading role, but other triggers make it worse. Poor diet, high sugar, dairy, refined carbs, stress, cortisol spikes, lack of sleep, melatonin imbalance, improper skincare. Using comedogenic products, gut dysbiosis, unhealthy gut bacteria can affect hormone metabolism. Point 5. Why harsh drugs aren't always the answer. Many people immediately turn to antibiotics, Accutane, or birth control pills. While these can help temporarily, they often suppress symptoms instead of fixing root causes. Long-term use can also affect gut health, liver function, or hormonal stability. The good news: you can manage hormonal acne naturally with consistency and science-backed strategies. Point 6. Balancing hormones naturally. Your hormones respond to your daily habits. Small, steady lifestyle changes can restore balance. Get 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep nightly. Eat on a regular schedule to stabilize insulin. Practice stress reduction, meditation, deep breathing, journaling. Limit caffeine and alcohol intake, which raise cortisol. Point 7. Nutrition for hormonal balance. What you eat directly affects hormone production and inflammation levels. Foods to focus on: omega-3s, salmon, flaxseed, walnuts, leafy greens and cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, kale, cabbage. Zinc-rich foods: pumpkin seeds, lentils, whole grains instead of white carbs. Foods to avoid: dairy, especially skim milk, sugar and refined carbs, processed snacks and fast food. Excess soy can mimic estrogen. Point 8. Supplements that help regulate hormones. Certain vitamins and minerals help the body detox and stabilize hormones. Zinc, anti-inflammatory and antibacterial. Diindolylmethane from cruciferous vegetables balances estrogen levels. Evening primrose oil supports hormonal equilibrium. Probiotics improve gut health and reduce inflammation. Always consult a professional before starting new supplements. Point 9. Exercise and circulation. Regular physical activity balances cortisol and boosts detoxification through sweat and circulation. Choose activities that calm the nervous system: yoga, Pilates, swimming, walking, over excessive high-intensity workouts, which may increase stress hormones if overdone. Point 10. Skincare routine for hormonal acne. Consistency and gentleness are key. Over-cleansing or stripping oil only worsens the imbalance. Morning routine: gentle foaming cleanser. Niacinamide serum controls oil, lightweight moisturizer, sunscreen SPF 30+. Night routine: makeup remover plus cleanser, azelaic acid or salicylic acid serum moisturizer with ceramides, retinoid 2 to 3 nights per week. 11. Why azelaic acid is a game-changer. Azelaic acid targets multiple issues: bacteria, hyperpigmentation, and inflammation without irritating sensitive skin. It's perfect for hormonal acne because it helps fade dark spots left by hormonal breakouts. Point 12. The power of retinoids. Retinoids, like adapalene or tretinoin, normalize cell turnover, preventing pores from clogging. They also stimulate collagen, reducing future scarring. Start slow, 2 nights a week, moisturize generously, and always use sunscreen the next morning. Point 13. Herbal and tea remedies. Certain herbs help regulate hormones naturally. Spearmint tea reduces androgen activity. Green tea, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. Chaseberry, Vitex supports progesterone balance. Drink 1 to 2 cups daily for subtle but cumulative effects. Point 14. The role of gut health. An unhealthy gut can't efficiently metabolize hormones. Restore gut balance. Eat fiber-rich foods, oats, legumes, veggies. Add probiotics, yogurt, kimchi, kefir. Avoid artificial sweeteners and processed foods. A healthy gut equals balanced hormones equals clearer skin. Point 15. Managing stress effectively. Stress is often the hidden trigger of hormonal acne. Ways to manage it: practice mindfulness or meditation daily. Do deep breathing exercises before bed. Take short nature walks. Keep a gratitude or mood journal. Reducing cortisol not only helps skin but also improves sleep, digestion, and immunity. Point 16. Understanding the menstrual cycle and skin. Women often experience skin fluctuations throughout their monthly cycle. Follicular phase, days 1 to 13, skin feels balanced, radiant. Ovulation, days 14 to 15, estrogen peaks, glowy skin. Luteal phase, Days 16 to 28, progesterone and testosterone rise. More oil, more acne. Adjust skincare intensity based on these phases to stay one step ahead. Point 17. Avoiding product overload. Layering too many active ingredients confuses the skin and disrupts barrier function. Choose 2 to 3 core actives, e.g., salicylic acid, niacinamide, retinol, and stick with them for at least 6 weeks before evaluating progress. Point 18. Professional treatments that work. If natural care isn't enough, consider professional options. Chemical peels, glycolic or salicylic, for clogged pores. LED light therapy. Blue light kills bacteria, red light reduces inflammation. Microneedling to smooth texture and scars. Laser therapy for stubborn hormonal cysts. Point 19. The emotional side of hormonal acne. Cystic breakouts can seriously impact self-esteem. Remember, this is a biological process, not a personal flaw. Track your progress monthly, focus on overall well-being, and celebrate gradual improvements, both in skin and mindset. Point 20. Long-term healing and maintenance. Controlling hormonal acne is a marathon, not a sprint. Follow this approach. Nourish from inside, diet plus sleep plus hydration. Simplify skincare, don't overdo. Stay consistent for at least 3 months. Check hormone levels if acne persists despite lifestyle changes. Healing from hormonal acne means learning your body's language. Once you align your habits with hormonal balance, your skin naturally reflects that inner harmony. The ultimate guide to acne vulgaris. Understanding the 4 pillars of pimple formation. Introduction. What is acne? Acne is the most common skin condition in the world, affecting millions of people regardless of age or ethnicity. It is frustrating, often painful, and can have a significant impact on self-esteem. Yet, it remains one of the most misunderstood conditions. A common myth is that acne is simply caused by dirty skin or eating greasy foods. This is false. Acne is a complex inflammatory disease of the skin's pilosebaceous unit, the hair follicle, and its attached sebaceous oil gland. It is not an infection you can catch, nor is it a sign of poor hygiene. To truly understand how to treat acne, you must first understand why it happens. All acne, from a tiny whitehead to a painful cyst, is caused by a cascade of 4 key factors. We call these the 4 pillars of acne formation. Pillar 1. Hyperseborrhea, excess oil production. The first and most crucial element in acne formation is sebum. What is sebum? Sebum is the natural, waxy oil produced by your sebaceous glands. Its purpose is beneficial. It lubricates the skin, waterproofs the hair, and helps maintain the skin's protective barrier. What goes wrong? In acne-prone individuals, these sebaceous glands are often larger and more sensitive to hormones, particularly androgens, like testosterone. This hormonal signaling causes the glands to go into overdrive, producing far more sebum than the skin needs. This condition is called hyperseborrhea. The result: the skin becomes oily, and the hair follicle, pore, becomes filled with a sticky, abundant supply of sebum. This excess oil is the fuel for the acne process. It doesn't cause the pimple on its own, but it creates the perfect environment for one to form. Pillar 2. Hyperkeratinization, abnormal skin cell shedding. The second pillar involves the cells that line the pore itself. What is keratinization? Your skin is constantly renewing itself. Old, dead skin cells, keratinocytes, are shed from the surface in a process called desquamation. This same process happens inside your pores. What goes wrong? In acne, this shedding process becomes abnormal. This is called hyperkeratinization. Instead of shedding neatly and being expelled from the pore, the dead skin cells become sticky. They clump together and fail to separate. The result: these sticky dead skin cells mix with the excess sebum from pillar 1 inside the pore. Together, they form a dense, hardened plug. This plug, invisible to the naked eye, is the seed of all acne lesions. It is called a microcomedone. Pillar 3. Cutibacterium acnes, bacterial overgrowth. Once the pore is plugged, the third pillar comes into play. What is C? Acnes? Cutibacterium acnes, formerly Propionibacterium acnes, is a bacterium that is a normal, harmless resident of almost everyone's skin. It is not something you catch from someone else. What goes wrong? C. Acnes is an anaerobic bacterium, meaning it thrives in low-oxygen environments. When the microcomedone, the plug of oil and dead skin, blocks the top of the pore, it seals off the oxygen supply. The result? This plugged pore becomes the perfect home for C. acnes. The bacteria feast on the abundant sebum, its food source, and multiply rapidly. As they feed and multiply, they begin to secrete waste products, including digestive enzymes and inflammatory proteins. Pillar 4. Inflammation. The immune response. The fourth pillar is your body's own defense system, and it's what turns an invisible plug into a visible, angry pimple. What is inflammation? Inflammation is your immune system's natural response to perceived injury or infection. Its goal is to destroy invaders and repair damage. What goes wrong? The waste products from the C. acnes bacteria from Pillar 3 are highly irritating. They seep through the wall of the hair follicle and into the surrounding skin tissue, the dermis. Your immune system detects this attack and sounds the alarm. The result? Your body launches an inflammatory cascade. It sends white blood cells and inflammatory chemicals to the site to fight the bacteria and contain the breach. This battle is what you see and feel: redness, erythema caused by increased blood flow to the area, swelling, edema caused by fluid leaking into the tissue, pus, a collection of dead white blood cells, dead bacteria, and cellular debris, pain caused by the pressure of the swelling on nerve endings. How the pillars create different types of acne. The interaction of these four pillars explains why we see different kinds of pimples. Microcomedone. The start pillars 1 plus 2. An invisible plug of oil and dead skin. Whitehead. Closed comedo. The plug remains trapped under the skin's surface. It's a non-inflamed bump. Blackhead. Open comedo. The plug is open to the air. The oil and debris inside oxidize, react with oxygen, and turn dark brown or black. This is not dirt,
offering significant exfoliating power but requiring experienced use to avoid over-irritation. Professional-grade salicylic acid can be applied at concentrations up to 20 to 30% during chemical peels, but these are only performed in clinical settings and are significantly stronger than over-the-counter products. Salicylic acid products come in numerous formats, each with advantages and disadvantages. Cleansers containing 0.5 to 2% salicylic acid are the gentlest form. You use them daily during your regular cleansing routine, and the short contact time limits irritation while still providing exfoliating benefits. Cleansers are ideal for maintaining clear skin and for beginners new to salicylic acid. Toners or liquid exfoliants contain higher concentrations and are left on the skin, providing more potent exfoliation than cleansers. These are typically applied after cleansing and before other treatments, 2 to 3 times weekly. They provide more dramatic exfoliation than cleansers but also carry more irritation risk. Serums and treatments are concentrated salicylic acid formulations meant to be applied to specific areas or the entire face, typically 2 to 3 times weekly. They're left on the skin and provide significant exfoliation. These are powerful products best used by those with resilient, acne-prone skin who have already adapted to gentler salicylic acid products. Spot treatments apply high concentrations of salicylic acid directly to individual breakouts for targeted treatment. These are excellent for treating isolated pimples without exfoliating your entire face. Starting with salicylic acid requires a conservative approach. If you've never used it before, begin with a 0.5% cleanser or 1% toner used 2 to 3 times weekly. Use it for 2 to 3 weeks, assessing your skin's response. If your skin tolerates it well without excessive irritation, dryness, or sensitivity, you can increase frequency to daily use or switch to a higher concentration product. When applying salicylic acid toners or serums, Use clean fingertips or a cotton pad to apply evenly across your face, focusing on areas prone to acne. Use about a nickel-sized amount for your entire face. Apply to completely dry skin. Applying to damp skin increases irritation. Allow the product to dry completely before applying other products. Some salicylic acid products are meant to stay on your skin indefinitely, while others are meant to be rinsed off after a specific time. Read instructions carefully. Common mistakes when using salicylic acid include starting with too high a concentration, using it too frequently, combining it with too many other actives, and failing to moisturize adequately afterward. Starting with 2% and using it daily will almost certainly cause excessive irritation, dryness, and peeling. You're much better served starting gently and gradually increasing. Never combine salicylic acid with benzoyl peroxide on the same evening initially. Both are exfoliating actives that can cause significant irritation if used together by someone whose skin isn't accustomed to strong treatments. Once your skin has adapted to each individually, you might combine them cautiously, but build up to this gradually. Salicylic acid makes your skin more sun-sensitive, not severely, but notably. Always use SPF 30+ sunscreen daily when using salicylic acid. This is not optional. Sun exposure can cause post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation in acne-prone skin, and salicylic acid increases this risk. Side effects of salicylic acid are generally mild and resolve with time or reduced usage. Dryness is common, particularly if you're using higher concentrations or frequent applications. Combat dryness by using a good hydrating moisturizer immediately after applying salicylic acid. Mild peeling is normal and actually desirable. It indicates exfoliation is occurring. However, severe peeling suggests you're using too much. Slight irritation and redness may occur initially but typically resolve within 1 to 2 weeks. Some people experience temporary worsening of acne as impurities are brought to the surface, but this purging phase is usually short-lived. Results from salicylic acid appear gradually. After 2 weeks of consistent use, you might notice smoother texture. After 4 weeks, you should see reduced comedones and fewer new breakouts. Most people see significant improvement after 6 to 8 weeks of consistent use. However, salicylic acid works best for comedonal acne, blackheads and whiteheads, and mild inflammatory acne. For severe inflammatory or cystic acne, combining salicylic acid with other treatments like benzoyl peroxide or prescription retinoids is often necessary. Salicylic acid is safe for long-term use. Many people successfully maintain clear skin using salicylic acid indefinitely as their primary exfoliation and treatment method. However, occasionally, skin can become desensitized to salicylic acid if used continuously for extended periods. If you notice that salicylic acid that previously worked well seems less effective, take a 1 to 2 week break, then resume using it. This often restores its effectiveness. Alternatively, you can rotate between salicylic acid and other exfoliants like glycolic acid to prevent desensitization. Guide 5. Benzoyl peroxide, Comprehensive Guide to Bacterial Killing and Inflammatory Acne Treatment. Benzoyl peroxide is one of the most effective and widely recommended acne treatments by dermatologists. Unlike salicylic acid, which primarily removes dead skin cells and excess oil, benzoyl peroxide specifically targets the acne-causing bacterium Q.Bacterium acnes. Understanding benzoyl peroxide's mechanism, concentrations, and proper application is crucial for maximizing its effectiveness while minimizing side effects. Benzoyl peroxide works through a unique mechanism. It generates reactive oxygen species that directly kill bacteria. This is fundamentally different from antibiotics, which the bacteria can develop resistance to. Bacteria cannot develop resistance to benzoyl peroxide because it works through oxidative stress rather than targeting specific bacterial proteins. This makes benzoyl peroxide an invaluable tool in acne treatment, particularly since antibiotic resistance is an increasingly serious problem in dermatology. Beyond bacterial killing, benzoyl peroxide has anti-inflammatory effects, helping reduce the redness and swelling associated with inflammatory acne. It also has mild sebum-reducing properties and may help with some degree of comedone reduction, though it's less effective for this than salicylic acid. Benzoyl peroxide comes in concentrations ranging from 2.5% to 10%, with some over-the-counter products going up to 10% and prescription-strength versions available at higher concentrations. Interestingly, studies show that 2.5% benzoyl peroxide is roughly equivalent in effectiveness to 10% benzoyl peroxide. The higher concentration doesn't necessarily mean better results, it primarily means more potential for irritation. Therefore, it's prudent to start with 2.5% and only increase concentration if needed. Benzoyl peroxide comes in multiple product formats. Cleansers containing 2.5 to 5% benzoyl peroxide gently incorporate this ingredient into your daily cleansing routine. These are appropriate for maintenance or mild acne. Spot treatments allow you to apply high concentrations directly to individual pimples. Serums or leave-on treatments apply benzoyl peroxide across your entire face and are left on the skin. These can be used daily or as directed. Gels and creams are thicker formulations that may have different absorption characteristics depending on your skin type. Starting with benzoyl peroxide requires similar caution as salicylic acid. If you're new to benzoyl peroxide, begin with a 2.5% product, ideally in a cleanser format or spot treatment, used once daily. Most people find evening application easier than morning application since benzoyl peroxide doesn't require sun protection and can be easily washed off in the morning. After 1 to 2 weeks, assess your skin's tolerance. If you're experiencing mild irritation or dryness but your acne is improving, continue. After 2 to 3 weeks, if your skin tolerates the product well, you can increase frequency to twice daily or increase the concentration to 5%. Application technique is critical. Apply benzoyl peroxide to completely clean, completely dry skin. This is more important with benzoyl peroxide than with most other products. If your skin is even slightly damp, benzoyl peroxide will irritate more readily. Allow your cleanser to fully absorb and dry, then apply benzoyl peroxide. Use a small amount, about the size of a pea for your entire face if using a leave-on product, or a slightly larger amount for spot treatment. Apply gently, allowing the product to absorb fully before applying other products. Benzoyl peroxide has a particular drawback: it bleaches fabrics and hair. If you apply it to your face, it can bleach your pillowcase, bedding, towels, and hair. Many people apply benzoyl peroxide in the evening and wash it off in the morning with their cleanser to avoid this issue. If you apply it in the morning, be extremely careful not to get it on your hair, eyebrows, or any colored clothing. Some people apply it as a spot treatment right before bed, allowing it to work overnight before being washed off in the morning. If bleaching is a concern, you might prefer using benzoyl peroxide in a wash-off cleanser format where the contact time is brief. Side effects of benzoyl peroxide are generally more significant than salicylic acid. Dryness is very common, particularly with higher concentrations or frequent applications. Combat this by using an excellent moisturizer after applying benzoyl peroxide. Some people find that benzoyl peroxide dries their skin excessively even at 2.5% concentration. If this is you, try reducing frequency to every other day or using it only as a spot treatment. Irritation and redness are common, particularly when starting benzoyl peroxide or when increasing concentration. This irritation is usually temporary and subsides within 1 to 2 weeks as your skin adapts. However, if you experience severe irritation, dermatitis, or reactions, discontinue use and consult a dermatologist. Contact dermatitis to benzoyl peroxide, while rare, does occur. If you develop an itchy rash that doesn't improve with reduced frequency, you may be allergic. Discontinue use and inform your dermatologist. Many people experience acne purging when starting benzoyl peroxide, temporary worsening of acne as bacteria die off and impurities are brought to the surface. This purging typically lasts 1 to 2 weeks. If purging lasts longer, consult your dermatologist. Photosensitivity is not a significant issue with benzoyl peroxide like it is with some other acne treatments, but you should still use sunscreen daily for general skin protection. Benzoyl peroxide is particularly effective for inflammatory papules and pustules, the classic red pimples with white centers. It's less effective for comedonal acne, blackheads and whiteheads, where salicylic acid is superior. Many dermatologists recommend combining benzoyl peroxide with salicylic acid for comprehensive acne treatment. Use salicylic acid to address comedones and exfoliate, and benzoyl peroxide to kill bacteria and reduce inflammation. Results from benzoyl peroxide appear relatively quickly. After 1 to 2 weeks of consistent use, inflammatory acne should appear less red and swollen. After 4 weeks, you should see significant improvement in the number of inflammatory lesions. Full results typically appear after 6 to 8 weeks of consistent use. Long-term use of benzoyl peroxide is safe and very common. Many people successfully maintain clear skin for years using benzoyl peroxide as their primary acne treatment. However, some dermatologists recommend occasionally taking breaks from benzoyl peroxide, perhaps 1 week per month, to allow your skin's natural bacteria to repopulate normally. This isn't absolutely necessary, but some people find it helpful in maintaining overall skin health. One important consideration: never use benzoyl peroxide with vitamin C or niacinamide at the same time, as benzoyl peroxide can oxidize these ingredients, reducing their effectiveness. Apply these ingredients in the morning and benzoyl peroxide in the evening, or use them on different days. Guide 6, Retinoids, the Gold Standard Anti-Aging and Acne Treatment Comprehensive Guide. Retinoids represent the gold standard in skincare science, with decades of research supporting their effectiveness for acne, aging, and general skin health. Understanding retinoids' mechanism, types, concentrations, and proper use is essential for anyone serious about achieving clear, healthy skin. Retinoids are vitamin A derivatives that work through multiple powerful mechanisms. First, they increase cellular turnover, causing your skin to shed old cells and reveal fresh, new skin underneath. This prevents dead skin cell accumulation that leads to clogged pores and comedones. Second, they normalize sebaceous gland function, helping regulate sebum production. Third, they stimulate collagen production, improving skin elasticity and minimizing fine lines. Fourth, they have anti-inflammatory effects, reducing the redness and irritation of acne. Fifth, they prevent follicular hyperkeratinization, the abnormal cell shedding that contributes to acne. Sixth, they have antioxidant properties, protecting skin from free radical damage. The retinoid family includes various types at different strengths. Over-the-counter retinol is the gentlest form, requiring conversion by your skin's enzymes to the active retinaldehyde and then to retinoic acid. This multi-step conversion process makes retinol gentler but less immediately effective than prescription retinoids. Retinol, retinaldehyde, is slightly more powerful than retinol, requiring one fewer conversion step. Prescription retinoids include tretinoin, retin-A, adapalene, differin, and tazarotene, which are already in their active form and thus more powerful and faster acting than over-the-counter options. For someone new to retinoids, starting with over-the-counter retinol at a low concentration, 0.25 to 0.3%, is typically appropriate. This allows your skin to build tolerance gradually. After several months of consistent retinol use, you might consider asking your dermatologist about prescription retinoids for enhanced results. Retinoids are only used at night because they increase sun sensitivity substantially. UV exposure dramatically increases the risk of photosensitivity reactions and post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. Morning retinoid use would leave your skin vulnerable to severe sun damage throughout the day. When starting retinoids, begin with a very conservative approach. Use a low-concentration retinol product just 2 to 3 times per week initially. Apply it to completely dry skin, as retinoids irritate damp skin significantly. Wait 20 minutes after cleansing before applying retinoid to ensure your skin is completely dry. Use a pea-sized amount for your entire face. Retinoids are potent and a little goes a long way. During the first 4 to 12 weeks of retinoid use, expect a retinization phase characterized by redness, peeling, flaking, and sometimes temporary worsening of acne. This is normal and doesn't indicate that retinoids aren't appropriate for you. This phase typically lasts 2 to 8 weeks and gradually resolves as your skin adapts. Many people who discontinue retinoids during this phase miss out on their incredible long-term benefits simply because they couldn't tolerate the short-term adjustment period. Managing retinization involves strategic moisturizing. Use your retinoid, then wait about 20 minutes, then apply a hydrating moisturizer over top. Some people layer their moisturizer directly on top of wet retinoid serum, which dilutes the retinoid slightly and reduces irritation. This is called the sandwich method. This method is appropriate when dealing with significant irritation. As your skin adapts, you can gradually stop using the sandwich method. Never combine retinoids with other strong actives initially. Using retinoids with benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, or chemical exfoliants on the same evening will cause severe irritation. Once your skin is adapted to retinoids alone, typically after 8 to 12 weeks, you might carefully introduce another active on different evenings. Eventually, some people successfully combine retinoids with other treatments, but build up to this gradually. Vitamin C and other antioxidants can be used with retinoids. Apply vitamin C in the morning and retinoids at night, or apply them on different days. Niacinamide can be used with retinoids in most cases, but some people find them together irritating initially. SPF 30+ broad-spectrum sunscreen is absolutely mandatory every single day when using retinoids, even if you don't plan to go outside. Window glass blocks most UVB rays but not UVA rays, meaning significant sun damage can occur even indoors. Reapply sunscreen every 2 hours if you'll be in the sun. Wear protective clothing, hats, and sunglasses when possible. The combination of retinoid use and sun exposure can cause severe reactions and permanent skin damage. As your skin adapts to retinoids over 8 to 12 weeks, gradually increase usage frequency. After tolerating 2 to 3 times weekly for 4 weeks, increase.
Article 19. Aging gracefully, the art of growing beautifully with time. There comes a moment, often quietly, when you realize your reflection has changed. The face that once looked endlessly young now carries traces of memory, faint lines near the eyes, a softer jaw, a gentler texture. For some, that moment brings fear. For others, it brings a strange, peaceful clarity. Aging, after all, is not something happening to you. It is something happening through you. It is life continuing its story in your skin. We live in a culture that worships youth but misunderstands beauty. The obsession with anti-aging has taught generations to see natural change as loss instead of evolution. But if you look closely, time doesn't take away your beauty, it transforms it. There is a luminosity that comes only with years, a quiet radiance made of acceptance, wisdom, and calm. You can't paint that glow with makeup, nor fake it with filters. It comes from knowing who you are and no longer needing the world's approval to believe it. The skin tells the story of your life. Every smile leaves a trace, every hardship leaves a mark, every recovery leaves strength beneath the surface. These marks are not flaws, they are chapters. You wouldn't tear pages out of a book to make it look new, you would honor them because they hold the meaning. Your face is your autobiography, written in light and shadow. We are told to fight aging, to tighten, lift, erase. But what if the goal isn't to fight time, but to move with it gracefully? The human body is not an enemy. It is a companion that has carried you through decades of living. When you shift from battle to collaboration, you stop waging war on yourself. Skincare becomes not resistance, but gratitude. Healthy aging begins in the mind. Fear of wrinkles often hides a deeper fear, the fear of being less visible, less wanted, less relevant. But the truth is that presence doesn't fade with youth, it deepens. There is an energy that comes from experience, a magnetic calmness that young faces cannot imitate. When you stop chasing youth, you start emanating power. Science tells us that after the age of 30, collagen declines by about 1% each year. But it also tells us that new collagen still forms when you protect, nourish, and move your body. The message isn't despair, it's opportunity. Every act of care is a signal to your cells that you still value this vessel, this living architecture that holds you. Sunscreen, hydration, sleep, and nutrition aren't trivial habits. They are love letters to your future self. The lines around your eyes are proof that you have laughed. The fine creases near your mouth record thousands of conversations, thousands of smiles. The softness of your skin's texture reflects the tenderness you've learned to give. You don't have to erase these signs. You only have to understand them. The goal is not to look young, it's to look alive. The paradox of aging gracefully is that the less you fight it, the more beautiful you become. Acceptance relaxes the face. Muscles that no longer clench in resistance create natural lift and brightness. Stress and insecurity age us far faster than time itself. Letting go of the constant self-critique frees your body to rest and renew. Presence is the new luxury. When you see someone who radiates calm, it's not their skin tone or contour that draws you in, it's their centeredness. Their face is not a mask, but an open landscape where life moves freely. Beauty at any age is less about symmetry and more about sincerity. The eyes that have seen much but still sparkle with kindness, that is the kind of beauty time cannot touch. Our skin is the border between inner and outer worlds. As we age, that border becomes more transparent, literally and metaphorically. We start to reflect light differently, but we also reflect emotion differently. A young face can hide exhaustion. An older face reveals truth. Yet there is strength in that transparency. It invites authenticity into every interaction. We must also remember that aging is not only biological, it's spiritual. To age well is to stay curious, compassionate, connected. The heart that keeps learning keeps glowing. The mind that stays kind stays young. The soul that continues to create, to forgive, to laugh, that soul never wrinkles. There is grace in slowing down. Modern life pushes constant acceleration, but skin, like nature, thrives in rhythm, not rush. Taking time to cleanse, to massage, to breathe, to moisturize, these are small rituals of belonging. They tell your body, you are still worth time. Each deliberate touch becomes meditation. Patience replaces panic. Instead of staring at lines in harsh light, you start noticing softness in natural light. Instead of counting flaws, you count blessings. Gratitude becomes the ultimate skincare. It floods your body with biochemistry of peace. Gratitude literally lowers inflammation, improves circulation, and releases tension. The face glows not from perfection, but from peace. When you care for your skin, do it as a conversation, not a correction. You're not trying to restore an old version of yourself. You're meeting the current version, the one who has lived more, known more, loved more. That person deserves tenderness, not nostalgia. There's a quiet beauty in people who have stopped pretending. They move differently, they speak differently. Their presence is magnetic because it feels safe. You sense that they've made peace with imperfection, and that peace invites others to relax. That's what timeless beauty really is, serenity made visible. Of course, skincare science still has its place. Retinoids, peptides, antioxidants, these are tools, not battles. Use them with respect, not desperation. A serum cannot change how you feel about yourself, but it can express that you care. Each product, each step becomes symbolic. I choose nourishment over neglect. I choose patience over panic. As you age, hydration becomes the quiet hero. The skin loses lipids and moisture, but it also learns efficiency. Think of it like a tree. Older bark may roughen, but its roots deepen. When you feed it regularly, it grows steady, not brittle. Hydration is the language of compassion, soft, sustaining, generous. Sunlight is both friend and foe. The sun gives life, color, vitamin D, and serotonin, but too much steals collagen. Respect it, don't fear it. A broad-spectrum sunscreen is not an aesthetic product, it's a long-term promise. Each morning you apply it, you're whispering to your skin, I will protect you today. Sleep, too, becomes sacred. In youth, you can cheat it. In maturity, you can't. During deep sleep, your skin repairs DNA, balances hormones, rebuilds barrier strength. Late nights and chronic fatigue show first in the skin because it is honest. Respecting rest is a form of skincare discipline that no cream can replace. And then there's movement, walking, stretching, breathing deeply. Exercise sends oxygen to the skin and releases endorphins that lift your energy. Movement keeps you connected to your body's vitality, reminding you that beauty is kinetic, not static.